Today is Thanksgiving in the United States, and so we're not having Bible study tonight. But I still wanted to share with you just some thoughts that I've been having about gratefulness and gratitude. Everyone doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving, even in the United States, and that's okay. And then some people celebrate it in different ways. But again, I just wanted to focus on this idea of gratitude. This comes from a lesson that I shared at the school where I work, and I get to share at chapel there. And it's about noticing and the things that we notice and how we can be grateful for those things. I'm going to read you a scripture just real quick because I'm not going to share my thoughts on the Bible and not actually read it. This comes from Luke chapter 17, starting at verse 11. Now, on his way to Jerusalem, Jesus traveled along the border between Samaria and Galilee. As he was going into a village, 10 men who had leprosy met him. They stood at a distance and called out in a loud voice, "Jesus, Master, have pity on us." When he saw them, he said, "Go, show yourselves to the priests." And as they went, they were cleansed. One of them, when he saw he was healed, came back praising God in a loud voice. He threw himself at Jesus's feet and thanked him. And he was a Samaritan. Jesus asked, "Were not all 10 cleansed? Where are the other nine? No one has returned to give praise to God except this foreigner." Then he said to him, "Go, rise and go. Your faith has made you well." And that was Luke chapter 17, verses 11 through 19 in the NIV. And the part that stands out, and you probably heard this before, probably around Thanksgiving, and that's okay. Just wanted to draw your attention to the noticing that took place. 10 were healed, and one of them, when he noticed that he was healed, the text says, when he saw that he had been healed, but when he noticed that he had been healed, his response was gratitude. And we might not notice everything. I don't know what things are like for you right now, but folks be having stuff going on. Yet, when we take time to notice, when we take a moment to reflect, notice the things that are around you. Notice the things that you have. Notice that there are prayers that you had long ago, and you're living in those answers. And when we notice the things that God has done for us, we should just pause and say thank you. And so that's all I wanted to share, is just an encouragement to notice what you have. It's really easy to get hung up on what we don't have. I'm guilty of that every single day. But take a moment and notice what is. Notice where you have been healed. Notice where you have been delivered. Notice the prayers that have been answered. Notice the small provision